Parenting. Amazing cast. Brian Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Edie Falco, Parker Posey. We're all in Massachusetts together, staying in this old little inn that was haunted as well. It's a wild, kind of over-the-top comedy, but also has these scary elements, which was super fun. And our references were like Poltergeist in terms of like 80s horror. It definitely became more comedy kind of as we went.
Does that change like how you're filming? If you prepped for a horror movie and now it's more lighthearted, are you changing your lighting techniques or your camera movement?
No, I don't think so. In fact, even if it had wanted to be a comedy with horror elements, I would have shot it as much like a horror movie as I could have. I don't know, it should just have that seriousness to it. I think if it leans too far into the broad comedy, then you're just kind of doing it as on the nose as possible. So I think that contrast actually kind of helps it. It took on a life of its own, I think, when the cast all got together and we're playing off each other. I think even for the director, he's like, no, okay, cool. You just kind of have to get out of the way and let it be. I mean, I'm not going to argue with Brian Cox about how he should play a demon. You know, right. It's like, that's exactly right.
I feel like your work and time doing documentaries might like kind of blend to that world where
stay
it's
the
like,
fly on the wall.
You kind of see what's happening and then you kind of are like, all right, I'm gonna just kind of
gonna Homer Simpson it into the edges. Yeah.
But also like adapting to the situation.
I mean, I can imagine people getting stuck into that purgatory where you're like, but I see it in my head and it's what we've planned. I just have the confidence to be like, okay, we're gonna move forward with this. Be able to sort of adapt on the fly, I think.
What's the moment where you have to be like, stop doing this way and then let's pivot?
Hopefully you're with a team that can do that, going to everyone and being like, okay, this is the plan. Like, can we do this? Can we do it quickly? What would be the repercussion from it? Let's talk about it really quick. And I think one of the things I'm so fortunate with of rolling with the similar crew for a lot of years is like, we all know each other's like abilities and we can sort of say, okay, yeah, we can get this done, and you can kind of trust that. And then it's also just like having a director, hopefully, who also is able to kind of pivot. There's a sweating moment where you're like, okay, yeah, we're going to move all the stuff over there. Just going to do it once, and then it's going to be that much better. And then it always ends up on screen.
Because it is a big, especially at that level, to make a decision where you're like, stop, move. Because now everyone's looking at you like, you need 25 minutes, and you're like,
I do. Yeah. It's like,